Hi friends, all those who aspire to bring a good score in the IELTS examinations must have wondered at some point of time in your life, what is an ideal way to speak a cue card? The IELTS speaking examination is a test to examine your speaking skills in English. And therefore, when you speak in your exam, you should be able to prove to the examiner that your English is reasonably good so that you will be able to survive in a country where English is the primary language of communication. So let us understand some essential features that you need to keep in mind while you speak your cue card, and that will help us understand what are some ideal methods or some ideal approaches or strategies to speak our cue card. Rule number 1, keep talking and do not stop until the examiner asks you to stop. When you're talking about a cue card, and if you keep talking, it is a reflection that you're talking from your heart, you're talking from your mind, and this is a natural way how you communicate. However, if you just stop talking, it shows that you have no more ideas, you have prepared about this in advance, and you're talking from a memory or you're trying to recollect something rather than making a natural conversation. So it is a good idea to go on and on until the examiner tells you, okay, stop talking. Now this might make you think. This might make you wonder, how do we elaborate? How do we keep on talking about something? There is a special video on this topic about how to elaborate a cue card. You will find the link about this video in the description box itself. Go and check it out. What is rule 2? Try to answer all the cues of the main topic or all the bullets given in the main topic in about 1.5 to maximum 2 minutes. Usually what happens is around 1.5 to 2 minutes, most of the times the examiner will ask you to stop. Now, if you're still beating around the bush, if you're only introducing the topic and 2 minutes are over, what it means is you have not completed the task. And there is a high chance that your band score might be negatively affected over here. So finish everything that you have to say in about 1.5 to 2 minutes. And then later on, if the examiner is still not telling you to stop, you may go ahead and elaborate. You may keep talking more. I have specially prepared one example of how to speak about the cue card in about 1.5 to 2 minutes and then go on and on to elaborate until the examiner asks you to stop. The link of this sampler video of how to speak a cue card is there in the description box. What is the third feature? The third feature is try to use a lot of unique descriptive words, adjectives. You must have observed that all the cue cards either begin with describe a or talk about. What does this mean? This means that they want you to describe. The more descriptive words you use, the more effective your performance happens in the speaking exam. A good idea would be to scan through all the topics of the cue cards and prepare a list of some important and good descriptive words that you could use. If I could give you some examples, instead of using simple words, try to use some complex words. So instead of tasty, you can use delicious. Instead of healthy food, you can say nutritious. Instead of describing a feeling when you want to say I'm feeling sad and missing something, you could say nostalgia. Or if you feel sleepy and tired, you could say I feel lethargic. Try to make a list of these words, and I'm sure it will help you when you have to describe some things, people, places, experiences or situations in your cue card. The fourth thing which is going to help you get a good band score and an ideal way to communicate in your speaking cue card is to be appropriate in your grammar and vocabulary. A marker of proficiency of any language is by no doubt good grammar, accurate grammar and range of grammar, and also apt and appropriate vocabulary. We cannot deny the fact that if your grammar is good and if you have a range of vocabulary, it is definitely going to help you improve your band score. Little by little, you should practice each day, even if you don't like grammar. Believe me, grammar is very easy if you understand all the logic and keep practicing it. I have prepared a video for you that when your grammar and vocabulary are weak, what could you do to improve them and how could you face a situation if your exam is close. I have kept the link of this video also in the description box for you. What is the next thing? The fifth thing that you need to keep in mind to be very ideal in speaking your cue card in the speaking exam is to understand the question and answer it accordingly. Sometimes we become so much presumptuous that we predict what the examiner is going to ask us. We don't pay attention to what exactly the examiner is asking and finally end up giving an incorrect answer. What does this mean to the examiner? It means that you have not understood the question correctly. Yes, it may happen that sometimes you are just not able to understand the question. It may happen that you have understood the question, but you really don't know the answer. There is a link in the description box for you. What could you do in these kinds of situations? However, if you fail to pay attention to what the examiner is asking you, sometimes when you even know the answer, you will not be able to answer it correctly. So it is essential and important that listen carefully, be patient, be calm, and understand exactly what the examiner is trying to ask you. The last and the golden rule: be natural and be confident. Talk as if English is a normal part of your daily routine and that you seem to be very comfortable in that language. Don't talk as if you are afraid of English. Do not project that you are nervous. If you appear confident, if you project yourself as a confident persona, this is like a cherry on the cake. Yes, I know that this requires practice and hard work, but I also know that this is not impossible. If you wish to know how to be more confident and less nervous in your IELTS speaking examination, there is also a video on this topic. The link is right there in the description box. Let us quickly revise all that we have discussed. The first thing is keep talking and do not stop until the examiner is asking you to stop. The second thing is to finish talking all that you have to say in about 1.5 to 2 minutes and then go ahead and elaborate. Third thing, use lots of descriptive words to explain the main idea. The fourth thing is that you should be able to display a good range of grammar and vocabulary. The fifth point is that understand carefully what exactly the examiner is trying to ask you. And the last but not the least is be natural and confident. Well, this is it and you're good to go. I'm sure these tips are going to help you in order to display a very confident image of your own self. Check out all the links in the description box to figure out more such videos. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel, share this video and like this video. All the best.